Hey, what's going on, everybody? Just a quick update on the Chinese rocket that's crashing back to Earth. Well, booster rocket. Now, this right here, let me show you something. So, this article is from 3 days ago. It's from space.com. I like space.com. Um, a 25-ton piece of space junk will come down. Now, 25 tons, think of that. 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. So 50,000 pounds of debris is going to come down. Maybe 40% gets burned up, right? But here's the problem. They don't know. There's people out there saying, oh, they know, they said here it's coming. They don't know. They're only going to know maybe just an hour or so right after reentry. That's when they'll be able to tell. So let me show you something just real quick. This right here. I'm not going to show the whole launch, but this is what we're talking about. And I'm going to show you the piece that's coming down. Right? So this giant rocket. Now, and here's the thing. This keeps happening with China, man. Right? This just keeps happening. This is now in the last 2 years. This is like the fourth time in the last 2 years. This is the fourth time now. You're talking about 50,000 pound pieces coming down. And you know what the problem is? All right. Let me show you something and then I'll tell you about the problem. So this is what we have to look forward to. See that big piece right there floating? That's what's coming down. Now, you ever notice when you see SpaceX, right? We have like the Falcon and I think it's the Dragon. I always get it confused, but you know, when we shoot the rocket up and you know how it comes back down. It doesn't just float and land in the ocean. It actually a controlled descent, right? And it lands on the barge. Usually these boosts, they're not designed to go into orbit. They usually detach it before, and so that there's more of a controlled descent of they detach. So I'm sorry that I'm like stuttering on this. I just want to make sure I'm clear on this, which I'm not being. Basically, they're designed to detach at a point where they know where it's going to come down, like in the ocean and such like that, not over a populated area. When they make it to orbit and they're not designed to be controlled like how the Falcon is, like SpaceX is controlled, right? They don't know. And the problem here is China keeps sending these rockets up with these boosters that are detaching in orbit that are uncontrollable. And they're allowed to keep doing this. I mean, what can you do about it? You're going to go to war with something like that? But I'm just saying this is what the problem is. So with that being said, there's actually, I'm going to put a link to this reentry prediction. And by the way, when is this going to reenter? They're talking about July 31st, but UTC plus 7 hours. So it's probably over here in the States, it would be July 30th. So tomorrow, like that sometime. So we'll see what time they're talking about. Most recent orbit data, 1303. What time is it? So this was just recently. So it's July predicted reentry window, July 30th at 1826 UTC. 1826. So 1300 hours is one. So 6 p.m., around 6:30ish p.m. So we'll see. This is just, and here's the crazy thing. not knowing, imagine 50,000 pounds, right, of debris. Not all of it will make it down. Of course, a lot will be burned up. And we have to count on and hope that, being that the earth is covered by a little over 70% of water, that's where it lands. But it hasn't always landed in the ocean with these China boosters. This just keeps happening. So here, just to go over something real quick, and then I'll end it because, um, look, the odds of someone being struck by the out of control rocket are estimated to be as high as 1 in 230. Struck by an out of control rocket. 1 in 230? There's what, 7 billion people on the planet? That's not good odds. This keeps happening. What's happening? A massive Chinese rocket called the Long March 5B is in the process of crashing down to Earth. It doesn't matter what it was doing up in space. How big is the Long March FB rocket? It's a big one. And it's China's most powerful tool. The rocket's main core stage, which I don't care about that. Why is it falling to Earth? It's space debris from the rocket's July 24th launch, a few days ago. Earth's gravity has latched onto that debris and is pulling it back home. Won't Earth's atmosphere burn up the rocket on reentry? It will help break it up, but the rocket is so large that parts of it will make it through. Where will a rocket land? That's the thing. No one knows yet. And we won't until the rocket gets closer to crashing into the planet. But experts believe the rocket will come down in parts, and land over an area that is 1,240 miles by 44 miles wide. Yet they won't know where until. So basically, that's the perimeter, 1,240 miles by 44 miles wide. So that's the whole scope, except that they just don't know where that perimeter is on the planet yet. What are the odds of someone being hit by it? Right? Higher than experts would like. Reuters says the odds are between 1 in 1,000 and 1 in 230. The international accepted risk threshold is usually 1 in 10,000. So, what are the odds of me being hit by a falling rocket? It's just getting silly. A person getting hit again, 1 in 230, but you reading this being hit by the rocket, 6 in 1 in 6. That's just silly. Me person. Still, I'm worried. How can I track the rocket? The Aerospace Corporation has a page dedicated to tracking the falling rocket. Here, I'm going to link to that page for you in case you want to bookmark it or check it out. Currently, the latest prediction is the rocket will hit sometime on July 31st, 2022 at 0:24, which that's 12:24, right after midnight. 16 hours. You can also track the rocket's fall by following the SpaceOrg Twitter account or the homepage of the Space Track website. So I'll put links to this here. And this is the tracker. And down here, it'll tell you, let me show you something. Here, it'll tell you yellow icon and it explains to you like how you can track this. So once again, China launches, when their rocket crashed that the last time and it landed in Africa and it hit land, they were scolded by the international community. So what happened? They did it again. And now, did it again. If you don't have a way to control these rockets when they come down, then why are you allowing them to go to orbit? That's why they're not supposed to make it to orbit. So that's the only way you can basically control it, where it's going to land. Once it's in orbit, it's freewheely. That's it. And then you got the sun that contributes to it. All right. So I don't know. This weekend. And then on top of that, we have only couple of gigantic asteroids passing by. All right. One is, I don't know, about 500-600 feet. That's going to pass by the Earth today. And then tomorrow we have one that's probably a little over 1,000 feet. Now, I don't think we have to worry about it hitting us. But how many have been passing by and they're just closer and closer and they're there? Anyway, yo, as soon as I hear something, I'll throw a quick update out there. Take care. They got to do something about this. I mean, we don't think about it, or we just brush this off and like go about our lives. And I understand in one way, but this thing literally right now, it's a crapshoot. You know, when you play roulette and throw the ball and just wait where that ball lands. Except this is a 50,000-pound piece of metal, or to be in pieces, giant shrapnel coming down, not knowing where. Oh God, I hope that's just devastating if that lands. Ugh, I don't even want to think about it. Anyway, I'll talk to you all later. Update you soon. Take care.